part 2 with the UN story. There's a few much things to do. So, again, watch part 1. Um, Forever, it seems like it's been a war that's been going on. Nobody can live like this at all, especially not for 20 years. I never had a chance to go to school. I was always multiple attacks over and over again because of the story that they made that I married with somebody invisible. It's just a test. You have to understand this. It's not the real marriage. It's just like a test that the perps, they're doing it and they're all in. Apparently my government is in too. Anyway, the story goes on and on. I can't believe they actually electrocuted me when they knew I had a microchip. Do you imagine you have something metal in your head and they come and they electrocute it? It's just, they take all your money, they take everything from you, everything that's most valuable. And then they come and they just electrocute you. Don't believe me? I went to Geneva. I'll show you a, a video with the papers that I went, like my plane ticket and everything. They store everything in DNA banks. They just, we have no laws against it. And I asked for laws to the UN. Nobody cares. If you read the if you read the email I received back for everything I wrote, and when I went there, this guy, I told him I wanna talk about torture, and I wanna talk about a lot of people are in danger, and like the people on at the gate, like the security people, they're worried when you tell them. They're like, oh, we're gonna call the cops. No, this is not a matter of cops, because we have no laws. So they sent me to another building and another building, because all the UN is in Geneva. And then the last building I went to, and they're like, oh, you can't come here, because I was asking for human rights. You can't go there because you don't have any human rights in such a matter. And probably they knew who I am. Well, most likely they knew who I am, but for people that don't understand, it is the truth. This is the truth that is happening. They're selling our jeans on the stock market. They're selling everything that's ours. Because, the real estate market, it's not it's not their goal anymore. I guess it's human people. It's just discrimination against human, women, men, torture, electroshock. Nobody does anything about it. UN doesn't give a crap. I'm telling you, there's more UN laws that need to be done. But I guess if it's founded by the Rockefeller, you can't have anything to say of anything about it. It's just not happening. And this is true. They're torturing me. You can't believe the things that they've done to me. And I'm not making this stuff up, and I could prove this stuff, but there's always a governmental program. Before I go to the doctor, somebody shows up. No, somebody calls all the time. Somebody calls, I'm telling you. Like I have a microchip in my brain. My last two pictures, like the top of my head, the slices, they're blurred out. And then I go to the doctor, and all the care is what the initial radiologist wrote, which is funny, because you shouldn't, like if somebody has a complaint and goes to another doctor, you should always check. If the patient doesn't feel good either, you should check. That's normal thing to do. You can just go. I'm getting worse every day, worse and worse and worse. It's not getting better whatsoever, at all.